Hello, everyone. This is Tina from Tina's Workshop. Happy Halloween. Today is Halloween, and I have my hat for the most part finished. I don't know, next year I might add some more mushrooms to it, but at the moment I'm quite happy with it. I think it came out so cute, and the little lights just look absolutely adorable on it. So this will be my Halloween costume tonight. Okay, yeah, I know it's not fully a costume, but I have my Halloween shirt with my nice fall hat that I just think is so much fun. So, and it's warm. Bonus. But anyway, there's my hat. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I hope you do. I like it. Let's see. Today is Halloween. It's October 31st. It's Halloween. Yay! Oh my gosh, my son's costume. I need to get a picture and then ask him if he'll let me show you with his mask on, because then you can't actually see him. But he has this amazing 8-foot tall scarecrow that he's going to be, and the mask and everything. I should have grabbed that. Hold on, I'll grab the parts. Okay, so here are a few of the parts. He's got these patches that are going to get pinned to his jeans, super long jeans that we made specifically to go over his stilts. And then this is his mask, which this is only so he can do like 2 laps around our neighborhood to entertain the kids in our neighborhood before he goes to be with his friends, and then they're going to put gory makeup on him. So, but I think the mask is so cool. And then the hat I made. So this is his hat, and it's the same pattern from this, except that it doesn't have the frill. It didn't go quite as long here, but we double stranded the 2 colors to give it that kind of straw-like look. I have another one of these patches got sewn on here, so I think it came out super cute. So I know, not supposed to be cute, but you know what I mean. So that is his Halloween. And then he's got a red plaid shirt and the blue jeans and some working type gloves, and he's going to have hay stuck in here and there. So it's going to be super cute. And I keep trying to move with this. So I'm going to take this off, set it down. Ah, there we go. Oh, and now it's like blowing out the light. Let's see if the light will adjust back. There we go. It's getting better. Okay. So anyway, Halloween. Today is Halloween. This is episode 79, and it is currently 63 degrees today. It's been a little bit on the chilly side in the mornings. I mean, we get to like 42, but then 80 or something later on in the day. So it is what it is, and it will be November when you see this, because tomorrow will be November. And as for finished objects, if I remember, I will stick a picture in, but if you saw last week's video, you saw all the little chickens I made, and I still have one here. The rest have already gone to church. This one is going to be, I'm giving to my neighbor girl with her trick-or-treating stuff today. But I made a bunch of those. They went to church. They're going to be in a sale at church, and that is the extent of my finished objects. If you hear noises, the kittens are having a blast with this little like cloth basket I have over here. They've got the thing upside down and they are playing in it and they're having so much fun. But you know what? He's leaving me alone, so that works. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I just realized one of my works in progress. Actually, wait, 2. I left in the other room. 3. All my works in progress are in the other room. So much for thinking I was prepared. So they're playing in a basket like this, but it's like twice the size. But this one works great for the Christmas stocking I'm working on. So I don't know if I had mentioned it, I have 2 that I'm working on for an order, and it's a vintage Christmas stocking. And I do have a video about this one in my tutorials playlist if I forget to link it. I will link things down below. And if I forget something and you want to know about it, just ask me, but I will try to remember and link everything. So I am currently at this point. I've just started Santa's face. You can see his little eyes right there. And on this side, I'm partway through the tree. And I have 2 of these to do, and I'm trying to get them done before we actually leave to move, because the person that they're for is local. I mean, I can ship them, but it'd be nice to have them done before I leave. Not to mention you know, I love Christmas and I love making stockings, but I have other stuff I want to work on right now. So it's been really hard to focus on this. But I had mentioned about Carrie Craft, was it Carrie Craft Geek? Yeah, she did a video recently on catching your floats, and it's made a world of difference when it comes to catching my floats. Normally, I would actually have 3 bobbins going for the red, and because of that video, I've just been catching the floats across, and it just, I don't know, it's been quicker, and I don't have as many threads that are getting tangled here, because you can see I still have currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have 6 right now. And so that would have been 8 if I also had the others. And I mean, I just had the blue on there, but I've been trying to weave in ends as I go so that it's less that's hanging and getting in my way and catching on things. So anyway, it's a really nice vintage pattern. This is what my stocking from when I was a baby had been. And so I'm very particular to this one. One of my sons has the same one, all done by the same person. And so this is what I was asked. It's for the same person that I did the one last year that, if you remember, if you've been here with me, that had the reindeer pulling the sleigh. So worsted weight yarn, I'm just using Red Heart. I think it's all Red Heart. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about that one. I got these recently. I got a 2-pack. I have a different one, but it's very thick back here. And I have, if you've been here a while, you know I had neck surgery a couple of years ago. And when that big thing's sitting on the back of your neck, it's kind of annoying. And I found this one the other day. Most of them have something back here because that's where the battery is and where they charge. And this one's not. And it was actually really cheap. It was $10 and I got 2 of them. So I can move these however I want them. It has the different light settings for the brightness. It has the light settings for the color, and super easy to charge. You pull the end off, and it's got one on both of them, but you only need one at a time. So honestly, I don't know why they're on both ends, but they are. And it's nice. And even the plastic is that like kind of soft, matted, but yeah, I got 2 of them. So it's been really nice using this when I'm looking at the chart, because you can see that the chart, it's really hard to see those squares. And then I have Post-it note tape, and I just move this down as I'm working. Works really well. So yeah, the video is up. I will also link the pattern. It's a free pattern because it's a vintage pattern. So it took me years to find it. And then once I found it, I finally got it from the family member who had done mine, but it is a free pattern. So I will link the Ravelry for that. And then if you need help working on it, I have a video. So really, really nice pattern. So that is in progress. I've been trying to work on it at least every day, but I'm also packing. So I've got boxes everywhere. And yesterday I wove in some ends, and that was it because I was packing all day. And then of course by the end of the day, I am very, very sore. If you don't know, not only do I have the neck issues, I have back issues. I actually have 3 bulge discs, 2 tears, a pinched nerve, and arthritis all in my lower back. So when it flares up, it flares up. And when I start doing stuff like that, I haven't been doing lots of lifting. I've been leaving that to have my kids do. That's not a basket for you. That is my knitting. Go play in the other one. So I do have my kids lift the boxes and everything, but it's the bending that really gets me. So anyway, I've been doing what I can and then trying to do knitting in between. So yeah, yesterday I was busy in the house all day and wove in a few ends, and then that was it. I was done. So, oh, I don't think I showed you this. Again, if you've been here a while, you will remember a year or so ago, and I had gotten some alpaca fleece. I went to alpaca farm, which I've had a couple videos there, and I got some fleece and I scoured it and I combed it and I spun it, and then I crocheted an alpaca to look like the alpaca it came off of and stuffed it with alpaca so it was fully her. And I actually ended up gifting it or trading with the owner of the alpaca farm. And she wanted it to be able to stand because she likes to display it. So I brought it back home, and my husband and I made a stand for it with the alpaca's name on it. So it has its own little stand now. So now I need to get it back to her before I leave. But super cute. I love how that came out. Well, in acquisitions, you'll see what I got for the trade on that because I just received my trade. But continuing in works in progress, I have gotten some work done since you last saw it on my vanilla socks by Kayla Linton, the Crazy Sock Lady, and it's in a Barley Pearls bag. I love this little tiny Barley Pearls bag. It is perfect for my socks on the go. Eventually I will finish this sock. I'm still on the first one, but I'm getting there. The last time you saw it, I was right here. So I have gotten a little bit of work done, not a lot. Again, this is just one I work on when I'm not home. And so it is getting there. It's got, let's see, I love this little measure by Twice Sheared Sheep. And it actually has, so it has the inches on one side if you haven't seen these, but it's got the shoe sizes on the other side. So it's really nice. And I have a big foot. I wear a size 10. So you put it in at the heel and then you pull it up to see where it needs to go. And because I am a size 10, it has got to go all the way to there where it says women's size 10. It's got to go all the way to there before I do the toe. So I still got a ways to go. But that's where I'm at. And I have been getting some work done on that because have been bringing the stocking sometimes, but it's also not one I'm going to take into a restaurant or something like that because the charts and everything, it's too much. And then my other work in progress, my son came out of his room and talking up a storm. He knows I'm recording. It's my older son. My younger one wouldn't do that. My favorite mug, the one I got at Lambtown this year. I love this mug. It's a perfect mug. Okay, I just had to go double check my video because I had hit pause so many times. I wasn't sure that I was still recording. And then in the process of doing that, realized I told you guys it was episode 79. It's episode 75. I'm not that far yet. I tell you. Okay, so my third work in progress. I have 3 right now. So my third work in progress is in my bag that I found at World Market, and I tie it up. I like soft handles for that. I tie it up when I'm not using it because there's so much in it. And I think I showed you guys this bag when I got it. And what is cool with this one, this is the Blair Anthol blanket by Marion Mitchell. And I'm working with about 20 different yarns, and I'm going through them. I have them all numbered and I'm going through them in order, and then I'm going in reverse. And I've tried a couple different bag setups and things like that. And what I've been doing now is each one has its own bag with a number, and the yarn is coming right out of the top, so it's easy to use it. And I will usually leave my crochet hook in the one that I just finished or the one I'm about to use. So what I did last time is I separated them so that I'm switching them from one side to the next as I'm using them, and I don't have to fish through as many to find the next one I'm using. And then the blanket's on the side that I'm currently working on. So wrapped up in the center is my hook. Oop. Is my hook and my yarn. So this is my next yarn color I'm using. And my trusty furls. You guys know I love my furls. Keep thinking about being an affiliate with them, but I haven't done it yet. But these are all, if you haven't been here, these are all the yarns that I had been picking up at different yarn stores and events and stuff. So there's a number of different, they're all around the same weight: worsted, Aran, sport. So they're not, each one's not exact, but they're right within, it's a worsted and either a step up or a step down. And so they all work together. And then the fibers are all different. They're just ones that I liked. So this is where I'm at right now. And I absolutely love how it's looking. And I love how it feels too. It's so squishy. And then the width of it, here's the full width. And the last time you guys saw it, I was right here, and I've worked there. It's usually one I work on in the evening. Last number of nights I've been trying to work on the stocking if I work on something, so I haven't worked on this because when I start working on this, I just want to work on it. I absolutely love making blankets, and that's going to come into play in a second, but I usually by the time I go to the bedroom and sit down and watch TV, I might get like 2 rows done because it takes a while to get across a row. If I'm in there earlier, then, you know, sometimes I just like go hide in there and watch my YouTube stuff, my different podcasters and everything, because I know my husband's not going to want to watch that stuff. So he's watching his stuff. I go in and watch my stuff, and I like to sit there and watch and knit and crochet and stuff. And we have an adjustable bed, so I can get like really nice and cozy and just watch and work. But that's where that's at. And I am seriously enjoying this. And because of this, I've decided that I am going to frog a lot of projects and go back to what I love to do and what I will use. I love making blankets. I'll buy blankets. I am a blanket whore. I like blankets. My sister-in-law gets on my case. You don't need any more blankets. I'm like, yes, I do. I need blankets. I love blankets. I can't help myself. I mean, they're just, I've got them all over the place. And they're just so nice, and it's something I use. So I was telling you guys recently that I was in this conundrum with the fact that I'm making hats, I'm making shawls and stuff like that, and I don't wear them. I just don't. And we currently are in an area, like I said, be 40 degrees in the morning, but then 70 in the afternoon. So even if I think in the morning it's cold enough to put on a hat, I'm not going to do it because I know I'm going to have to take it off later in the day or be really, really hot. And most likely I'll be really, really hot because I don't want the hat hair. And I get hat hair. I just do. You know, I've seen people who can pull off a hat and they look amazing. And I'm jealous of that, but I get hat hair and I don't want hat hair. So that hat is not going to come on and off. If it's going on in the morning, it's staying on all day. And if a hat is too tight on me, so my hats are very loose because if I can feel it at all, I end up with a headache. I'm a conundrum. But the shawls, that's another thing. I don't wear the shawls. I have a few different shawls I've made. They sit in my closet. I don't wear them. Why am I going to keep making things that I don't wear? And I mean, yes, I can have gifts and things like that, and that's great, but you know, it's like I don't enjoy making them as much because of the fact that I'm not going to get the enjoyment out of it. I do enjoy to make stockings from time to time. I really like stockings. I could honestly probably fully decorate for Christmas with just stockings because I have so many regular stockings I've made. I have little tiny stockings I've made on the tree. I have I have all kinds of stockings, and I just saw this pattern on Yarnspirations the other day, and I'm looking at it and it said giant knit stocking snuggie sack, and I went, did that say snuggie sack? So I opened up the pattern and there's a person inside of this giant stocking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to make it. But it's a blanket and a stocking. It's two things in one. I'm like, I need to do that. So that's one that I'm thinking about later on. But I'm like, okay, I've come up with some ideas in my head because I really do enjoy making the Nancy Bates hats. But again, I don't wear them. And I've been playing with it in my head, and I plan to, if this works, I plan to do a video on this that will show you how I take the hat pattern and create a blanket with it for other people who might not be into making the blankets, I mean, into the hats, but would like to utilize them. And so I'm thinking about doing that and creating not just a blanket, but a quilted look blanket with these hat patterns and still being able to do them. So I'm kind of excited about that. And I want to make blankets. Not that I'm not going to do anything else. You know, I still occasionally like to make this or make that. And I'm not saying I will never make another hat or shawl or something like that, because I know I will, but I don't want to focus on those kinds of things when I know I'm not wearing them. I want to focus on something that I know I'm going to use. And I like to do blankets as gifts and stuff too. There's a few of you out there who have some of my blankets I've made, not just baby blankets. I have big blankets that I have made and gifted because I like blankets. So that being said, what I'm thinking about doing, put this one away and get it out of my way. And this is another one. I want to finish it. I want to use it. I can't wait to. Okay, so I have been looking at all my different things. So this one, in a bag by Happy Little Yarn. And I started this last year. And honestly, I had bought the yarn and started this as a front because I was buying a birthday present for my sister-in-law, and I didn't want her to know what I'd gotten. So she's like, well, why'd you go to that store? So I bought this yarn, which I still absolutely love this yarn. It's so soft, and it is Caron Cloud Cake. So I want to do, I still want to use this. But after a year, this is how far I've gotten. It's a 4-way wrap. So it was going to be like you could wear it as like a shrug or a scarf or crisscross it and stuff. And I thought, oh, this would be really nice for autumn. And yeah, it has. I even put it in my car so that if I didn't have something to work on, I would have it. Yeah, this is a year's worth of work. It's not going to get done. And I don't know how much I'll wear it because I just made that shrug this year. I think I wore it one day for a little while, but again, it's something I'm not going to wear. So this is going to get frogged. It is coming off of the needles and it is going to get pulled out. So that is the first item up for frogging. Then, next item. This one is in a bag by Happy Mermaid Yarn Company. And, oh no, wait, this one is not getting frogged. This is my Vanilla Bean by Crazy Sock Lady. So I have one sock done, and I am going to make the second sock of this. I love how this has come out, and I want to make the second sock. So that is not getting frogged. That one will stay. And as soon as I get some of this other stuff done, then I will work on this to get that one finished. Oh, that's where I put the stuff. The stuff's all underneath the hat. We shall move the hat over. So this is the shawl pattern that I was working on. And I still think it's a great pattern. And let me know if you would like me to write it up, because I will. I think if you want to make this, I think it's great, but I am at the point where I'm done. I've got 3 of these I started, and then I'm sitting there going, I'm not going to wear any of them. So it's a very, very easy pattern. This one I was using the Advent I got last year, and in which bag? In this bag made by me. I have all these yarns from the Advent, and I think I'm going to work on a blanket. Oh my gosh, I just totally drew a blank on the name. Oh my goodness. It's on the tip of my tongue. I hate that. Bakery Bears. Bakery Bears. She has the original jelly roll that's a knit pattern. She has a crochet jelly roll that was being released yesterday, I believe. And I think I'm going to use this yarn and do a jelly roll, and you hold it double. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting this first color in half and the last color in half, and then working it so that I double strand, and I'll start with that half and half. And then when I go to change, I'll go to this next color. So half of it will be this blue with the yellow, and then it'll be the blue with something else. And so I'm going to variegate that color through, and I think I'm going to do a crochet jelly roll with this. But that being said, that also means this one, which is the yarn that kind of started it. But the thing is that the pattern you can't really see well in this yarn. And it's fingering weight. It takes forever, even with crochet that's fast. And I'm like, I'm not going to wear it. I mean, I could like finish that off and make a little, but I wouldn't wear that either. See, I could even do that, but I know I won't wear it. That one's going to get pulled out too. There. So if you're interested in the pattern though, it's a very, very easy pattern. Let me know. I will write it up and do that. And then in this one, my son just doesn't even think, he's on the phone and he comes walking out. Okay, in this one here, this is the one that I did with the worsted weight yarn. And that's one skein, so that's how big it came. And I was going to turn this into a cowl. I've made a couple cowls. And I still don't know, because I finished that. It just needs stitched to make it a cowl. But again, I don't wear them. So I don't know whether I want to pull it back out and use that yarn for something else, or if I want to go ahead and finish it as a cowl. I'm just going to overlap it like this, stitch it, and then it would be a little cowl. I don't know. But that might get pulled out, and that's a finished object, so pretty much. And then in this one, Halloween bag made by me, Halloween. So again, another one I started last year. So yeah, I made this last year. Show off my Halloween bag that is, I was saying something, I forgot. It even has a little matching like small bag. So I used that for all my notions. So I had 2 little bags and they have been hiding. So this one, I was doing the Batade by Stephen West, and I thought it was a really great pattern. It was beautiful. The Playful Knitter, she had done one, and I loved the colors that she had used, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And this is how far I got. And I actually had to pull some out and redo it. It's got these little welts. And the color, I love the color combo and everything. But again, will I ever actually wear it? After all this work I'd be putting into it, will I ever actually wear it? Maybe once. And these welts are a pain in the booty. That's why I had to rip this out before and fix that, was because I had done like the whole welt wrong. And then it's just sat for a year. I have not wanted to pick it up because I know it's a pain in the butt to work. And like I said, as soon as I finish it, I don't know what's going to happen. So that's another one that I think that's going to get pulled out and used for something else. I love those colors. I want it in something that I can see more often. So yeah, I'm pulling that out. And then I have, did I bring it over here? I am so annoyed at myself. I've been hitting pause so many times that I didn't unpause it the last time. And I went through and did a whole little spiel on a bunch of things that didn't get recorded. So yeah, now I get to redo it. I will say the one thing is I hadn't actually found this because I had moved it in all the packing, and I just found it. So I do actually get to show you this one. Bag made by a friend of mine. This is the Octave Shawl by Dee O'Keefe. And something just fell. Um, this one I have really been enjoying working on. I think it's a beautiful shawl. I don't know that it'll be something I will wear. It I might end up gifting it, but I've been enjoying the knit, and I think that's part of the thing too, is you need to enjoy what you're working on, and if it's not giving you joy to work on, you don't wanna lose your Crojo, Knit Jo, Spin Jo, whatever type of mojo it is, and I do enjoy this one, and I think it's gonna be very pretty. So, I think I will complete this one, and like I said, it might end up being a gift for somebody, but I don't think I'm gonna frog this one. But I haven't been working on it lately because I've had the other things that need to get worked on. So this one is not gonna get frogged, at least not yet. But the other ones are, so there's gonna be a bit of frogging in the future, and I I'm actually kind of excited about it, to be honest. I'm not sad about it. I'm excited to get back to making things that are making me happy. So there will be, it's not going to just be blankets. I'm still going to do other things. I'm just going to steer clear of things that I know aren't going to, I mean, it's like I see the pattern and it's beautiful and yay. And wait, am I going to actually use this? Do I have somebody it's going to get gifted to that's going to love it? Or am I going to use it? And if not, I mean, it's silly to make it just to make it. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of frogging in my future, and I'm very excited about it. And then trying to remember what I said to you guys, where I was at, what I've said and what I haven't said. So acquisitions, Wyoming Knits. She's another YouTuber, and she does a podcast. She likes green, like me, and she is doing a make along, year-long make along. That's a Scrappy make along, and you have at least 2 different yarns in whatever you're using. And I actually did enter the hat in that because that is utilizing so many different scraps of yarn, literally scraps of yarn. So I entered that, but the shrug that I had made, I entered that and I won her 3rd quarter prize in a great green bag. And it's like the perfect prize for me. So Cafe Creations yarn in the color Manicure. Kind of funny with my manicure that actually like matches it. And yes, I have changed from the green nails to cherry pie because it's the fall and you know, I needed a fall color. So anyway, this is a 8515 Superwash Merino Nylon fingering weight. Beautiful, beautiful color with a little mini that looks absolutely beautiful with it. And little stitch stoppers with the kitties. It is such an amazing set. I knew I was getting this, didn't know about these. So thank you very much. They are so cute. I will link her below. So go check out her channel, Wyoming Knits, and check out her make along and join that. And now my son that kept interrupting me is gone, but guess what? There's a dog that wants to go to the bathroom. So hopefully I don't forget to unpause it this time. So I will be right back. Okay, here we go. Both dogs have now gone out. I've had people coming in and out of the house. Hopefully this gets all finished and we're all good. So next acquisition. This was my anniversary present from my husband. He ordered the mystery sock set from 3 by the Sea Design for me, and it's a Scooby-Doo theme. So I put it in my Scooby-Doo bag that I made. I made this back when I ordered a Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine colorway, and I made a muscle-bear hat for my son because he loves Scooby-Doo. Look at the lining. It's such a cute Scooby-Doo bag. So I've already opened this undid the skein because I wanted to see all the colors in it, but it is called On the Case. It is on their Sanibel base, which is a fingering 75-25 merino nylon. And there's all the colors in the, hold on, they had a little sticker on the bag, which I cut off. So I think this is like their inspiration. Oop. So you've got Mystery Machine colors, Scooby colors. Let's see, I'm going to say this is Fred, and you got Velma, and like purple is Daphne. So there's so many different colors in this. It's so fun. And it also came with a little mini that's Scooby. And some of these colors crisscross. So like the blue can be from Fred. It can also be from Scooby. It can also be from the Mystery Machine. I mean, lots of crisscrossing colors. So it's a great, I keep turning that sideways, great colorway. And then it came with Scooby needle stoppers. How cute. So cute. And also a little thing of decaf pumpkin spice stash tea. I don't know what I want to do with it yet, though. I mean, I just got done telling you guys how I don't want to do hats and shawls. I do socks some, but I mean, you see how long it's taking me to do the socks I'm working on now because it's not something I do regularly. So, I mean, it would make amazing socks. But if I don't do socks with it, I don't know what I want to do with it because most of the different patterns I see that are using sock sets are hats and shawls. So, I mean, vanilla socks would be great, but I need to finish the other socks I have. I could make a chicken, could make a Scooby-Doo themed chicken. That would be fun. But yeah, I don't know. So if you have ideas of what you think would be really fun to make with this, let me know. I would love to know your ideas. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. There we go. But I absolutely love it. So excited I have it. It's going to get packed for the moment because I know I'm not going to get to it before I get moved. So plenty of time to think about what I'm going to do with it. And then my trade for the alpaca. I got 3 of these. They are 100% Surrey, 5 ounces. These are second cuts. So if you don't know about the fleeces and you'll hear first cut, third cut, or first cut, second cut, third cut. First cuts are your best on the fleece. They're the longest bits. They're the cleanest bits. They're the softest bits. Second cuts are generally like your belly and stuff, and they're shorter. And then third cuts are all the itty bitty things that get made into mulch, felted items, dryer balls, things like that. And that's when, you know, you've had to cut multiple times over an area and you get really tiny little bits. So generally, your first cut is the things that you want. Second cuts are still good, just not as good as that first cut. And when it comes to being pre-prepared, as far as the dirtiness goes, that doesn't matter so much. It's just going to really be your staple length. And the softness, maybe. So I got 3 of these. And then I also got 2 skeins of yarn. So 100% Surrey alpaca from Apollonia. So Apollonia is one of her alpaca. And if you've seen my videos when I've been at her farm before, Apollonia is the one that likes to nuzzle, that has little brown spots on her face, and she is the sweetest alpaca. She's one of my favorites, and she has the different spots. So when her fleece gets all mixed together, you're going to get this creamy color. And this was done at a her first mill that she tried. And so generally your Surrey alpaca has a halo on it, like your mohair and stuff. And this does not have the halo. She has since gone to another mill too. And the other mill, that is even softer. It's beautiful yarn, but I loved the way this felt myself, and it's Apollonia, and I love Apollonia. So I took these ones. And then I also got 3 dryer balls. So this would be your thirds. And really nice, solid dryer balls. They did an amazing job with these. So I'm saving these till I get to the new house, and then I'll pull them out and use them. I've got some wool ones in there right now. So that's what I did. That was my trade for the alpaca I made, and I love doing trades. They're fun. Okay, and that, I think that as far as acquisitions, I did go out to the Legacy the other day, our thrift style craft store, and for $2 I got this little bag full of stitch markers, and there are some really fun. There's like a little KitchenAid, and there's this neat one that has like needle, so you can you put the stitch marker on the ring so you know what size needles you're using on that project. There's even a Sincere Sheep one in here with a little ruler. So there's all kinds of little fun things. I paid $2 and got this whole little cute thing of stitch markers because we always need more, right? And these are so stinking cute. They're not Yarny related, but I had to show you. Look at the cute little itty bitty bucket from Home Depot and the cute itty bitty bucket from Lowe's. So stinking cute. I have one of these in my bedroom that's got like my scissors and stuff in it. So cute. This one's getting sold as an ornament. I don't know what that one says. Oh, that actually says food safe. Huh. That's got the little lid and everything. So cute. But you've got to complete the collection. So I already had this cute little tote. And now I also have this cute little tote. So I've got like this whole little stinking cute set. I mean, perfect for like stitch markers and notions and scissors and whatever. This one I've had all of my little hooks that I use when I help my husband make the drop spindles and stuff. So I've got a couple of these I've had, but when I found this the other day, and then I heard that Lowe's had this. So I told my husband I needed this, and when he got over there, they also had this. So now I've got a whole little collection, and they're so cute. I love little things. I mean, how many of us don't like little things? Okay. And I actually forgot when I was recording the first time to show you guys that. So I'm kind of glad that that was there. Moving on to husband stuff. He has made 2 new looms. I still need to oil this one. Has not been oiled yet, but look, he did Purple Heart and Poplar. And here's the back. He's got a little inlay here. And then he did a wood cutout here. And I just think it is so pretty. So mine, he had made me, this is very heavy though too. Let me tell you, this is heavy wood. My, the one he made me was canary wood. And when we were at Lambtown, I had somebody who really, really wanted that one, so we sold it. So he bought the purple heart so he could make me one, but he ended up making two. So we have two like this, and here's the engraving. They all get the little cotton flower engraving on them. Though I forgot before he put it all together to do his brand on the bottom that I engraved. But anyway, so those two have just been done. And let's see, go back to my notes. And okay, life stuff. I'm going to do a lot of frogging, and I'm going to get back to making more blankets as soon as I get the stockings done. And we're doing lots and lots of packing right now so that we can get moved. And hopefully, I'm hoping by the end of November, we'll be in our new house. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if you've noticed, there's more and more that keeps disappearing from behind me. So there's not much left on this wall. I've been trying to get things down, get things packed up. For the most part, the next few videos are going to probably be podcasts. I might do this little itty bitty knit kit. You don't usually find the knit kits, and this one's a knit kit, and I found it at Five Below. So I might do a video on this little knit kit and see how good that is. You see a lot of crochet kits. I've been seeing more punch needle kits lately and felting kits, but I think this is the first one I've seen that's a knit kit. So it's a cute little kitty. There's all the stuff that's in it. So I don't know what it'll be like doing it, but we're going to try. It says easy and fast knitting, perfect for beginners. I don't know. I actually saw at the grocery store the other day 4 different crochet kits and 2 needle punch kits at the grocery store, which is kind of neat because it's getting out there more and it's going to get more people doing it. So getting people doing these hands-on crafty things, I love that. But anyway, I might do a video working on this. Otherwise, it'll probably be mostly podcasts until I get moved, and then I have some different videos I'm wanting to do. I want to do one that's going to be spinning on a budget. So for all of you that are wanting to learn spinning, I'm going to do a video with very budget-friendly ways of getting into it. And I also want to do another one on drop spindling. And that being said, Denise from Simply Handmade, she just did a video. She is trying to learn drop spindling, and I promised her in this that I would give her a little bit of information. So if you had made it this far, drop me a pumpkin emoji for Halloween. Hello. Make sure and like and subscribe and notify, do all those YouTube-y things. And if you want to stick around for this little information, please do. Otherwise, I will see you all again soon. So Denise, ooh, bump the table. Let me get out some stuff here. This has my e-spinner in it, which is a budget-friendly option for e-spinners. I have the Nano by Dreaming Robots, and they are very budget-friendly. So if you're wanting to do an e-spinner, then I would look into this one. If you're wanting a regular spinning wheel, check Facebook Marketplace. My first one, which is my first working wheel, which is this one here, it's my Elizabeth, is a very expensive wheel. I paid $100 for it, 100 or 150, and it was pretty much brand new when I got it. Okay, so I've got a couple spindles here. You were talking about having matted fleece. So some of your thing when you're spinning and just learning, you don't want a really long staple because it's going to catch a lot. but you also don't want a really short staple because that's going to break a lot. But there's a lot of times that it will have that very matted look like this. So one of the first things to do is just pull it apart like this. That's going to help loosen and break that stuff up. The other thing is you can take this and you can divide it into sections. So that's already giving you this smaller bit, but then take and pre-draft and just give it a little bit of tug and go all the way along the piece you're using and pre-draft that. So now this is going to be really ready for you. I mean, even if you spun this and you didn't do any drafting while you're spinning, you're going to have this piece that's going to be more even and everything. So that's going to really loosen up your fibers. And let me see, I have a bit right there. Let's go to, I'll put a little bit on this since this is the style you're using. I'll take that little bit I just pre-drafted. You always want to make sure too that you don't have too much in your working hand because you don't want it to get all caught up in here. And when I start, and I can't remember what, I know you watched my videos, I can't remember what all I had said in there, but you can take and start like this. Just pinch that, give it a little twist, and have it start. And then give yourself and pull. And when you're first learning, park and draft. It makes it so much easier. So get some spin, get some twist, over twist it. I mean, look, you can see that's over twisted right there. Wait, can you? There you go. See how over twisted that is? Now I'm going to park it. I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to pinch here. I'm going to pull this out. And then I'm going to let that twist go right up into there. Help it along if I need to. So now I've got a nice twist going right here. I can give it some more twist, let it spin, park it again, pull this out, draft it, make sure pinch here because you don't want it to go into that. And you can go along like this. Now, if you feel comfortable to be able to let it spin and do it while you're doing that, you can. You can give it a good flick here. When you get more comfortable with it, then you can actually take it along your leg and do this, and it will spin and spin and spin. You can also park it between your legs as you're drafting out, which will give you more room to move your arms. And then when you have it like this, check your ply. So this is called a ply back. Fold it over, check it, see how loose it is. So you can see there's areas here that are really loose. So this bit that I just had there needs more twist. So I can give it some more twist before I actually go and wrap it onto here. Now this was where I started. So we're going to butterfly it. Just wrap it on your fingers like this because I need to be able to move this without having problems. So I'm going to lay this here. You can see I've been practicing with this one. And then we're going to wrap it right over the tail. So we'll wrap what we were doing up here. And then come up around the back. So you can hook it once or you can hook it twice. I like to hook it twice just because that's what I like to do. So now I can just spin it again and I can draft from here. Or like I said, if you're still not comfortable with that, give it that good spin, let it get a lot of twist, park it and draft it. And once you get accustomed to doing this, then doing it together will be easier. When I first was learning, I couldn't do this. I parked it and drafted the whole time. And if it breaks and it falls, It's called a drop spindle for a reason. You tend to drop them. And I don't know if you have attached new fleece yet, but when you drop it and you need to attach new fleece, or you're just going to another piece, you have it fluffed here, you have it fluffed here. If you don't have it fluffed here, unspin some so you can fluff it. Lay these two over each other, and then I kind of draft them together and I let it spin up into there. So you can have some already in here and then let it spin up into here before you move your hands from this point, because right now I was holding on to both bits of the staple length. Once it's twisted, then you can move along and keep going. And then when you're totally done, so we're spinning S, Z, S. Anyway, I'm spinning this clockwise. When I ply, I'm plying in the opposite direction. And when you ply, you were doing great where you had the tube, the toilet paper tube or paper towel tube, and you wrap it on there. And so then when you get two of those and you go back and you ply, then you'll have, which this is a very rough, coarse fleece, but you can see when you ply it, then you'll have your finished yarn. And you can put it onto two of those and then make a little lazy cape by taking two knitting needles, stick them through a box and put those two tubes on, and then take your two pieces and then put it back onto your drop spindle, spin it in the opposite direction and ply it that way. When you're not using it, just wrap your tail up and set it down like that. So, but yeah, when you have a lot of times your fleece will come and it'll have that very matted look, and it's just a matter of prepping it so that you can use it. There's another one I have in here. Let's see, this one here is Suffolk, which is why it's a very coarse one. I've got a merino in here. So this one's merino, and even this one you can see how it has that very matted look. It just needs to get pulled apart. Again, you can pull it, separate this way, and then pre-draft it and get it ready to be able to use it. So merino is a nice one when you're learning, but it is a very soft and it's a very pilly yarn. Romney's a good one when you're learning. Corriedale, I think, was one of your better ones. Your coarse yarns or coarse fleeces are great when you're spinning. I mean, they're not one you want against your skin, but they're really nice when you're actually learning to spin. So I hope I answered a couple questions for you. Hope that makes it a little bit easier. And then, like I said, I am planning to, once I get settled, doing another drop spindle video. I might even do one on a couple different things, like doing the Turkish spindles and support spindles and stuff. And then I'm going to do the spinning on a budget. So I will show you a bunch of different, because there's so many different tools and stuff we use when we're spinning. And people are like, oh, it's so expensive. But there are ways of making some of those tools or utilizing other things for those tools. So I'm going to do a video on that, but I hope this helps you at least get a little bit further in your current spinning journey, because drop spindles can be really fun and it's so portable. It's really fun to do it in public and have people like, what are you doing? So yeah, it's just getting the hang of it, and like anything else, it takes a little bit to get the hang of it. This one's one my husband made me with little squares of wood that were at my mom's house after she passed away. So it's my favorite one. So I hope that helped, Denise. And if anybody else stuck along, I hope it might have helped you too. And I hope you guys all have an amazing Halloween. And I will hopefully have a picture I can show you of my son in his thing because it's awesome. And we have a 15-foot skeleton in our front yard. So it's really cool when he's standing as an 8-foot tall skeleton next to the 15-foot tall skeleton. So have a great Halloween, or by the time you've seen this, I hope you had a great Halloween, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.